Ahead on DC News Now at 4, leaders in the district mourn the death of a police officer killed on the job.
He was one who served with passion, and I want him to be remembered that way.
Then the family of a missing Manassas woman flies in from Nepal. Community rallying behind her, and her husband faces a judge for the third time.
We are Momta's voice, and we are going to continue to be in that courtroom.
Rounds of heavy rain and thunderstorms are likely to continue through the end of the day. We'll let you know if more rain could come before the holiday weekend.
Also, we're hearing from D.C. Councilmember Trayon White for the first time since his bribery charges, his message on social media. And cleaner streets in Prince George's County. We'll walk you through the new program launching next week.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall. Annalisa has the day off. A lot of news to get to, but we begin with a live look at Rosslyn, Virginia, one of several areas in the DMV with storms on the way. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at our forecast. And Damon, a lot of watches out there.
Indeed, Mark. Multiple threats going on as we go into this late afternoon, early evening with storms firing across parts of the DMV. This was just put out by the National Weather Service. A severe thunderstorm watch has been issued. It goes until 11 p.m. tonight, and it includes the D.C. Metro, the I-95 corridor, and then all counties westward as you go across Virginia, Maryland, even into the eastern panhandle of West Virginia as we have the severe thunderstorm threat. And we also have a flooding threat as these storms, they are not moving very quickly. We have a flood watch that goes until midnight across nearly all of northern Virginia, right up through western Maryland. Thus far, D.C. is not included in this flood watch, but I would not be shocked at all if we see that get expanded into the D.C. Metro. And here it is, folks, just within the last couple of hours. Look at how active it has become, especially across our western counties now. We do have two active severe thunderstorm warnings right near the D.C. Metro, back into Fairfax, Prince William counties. We do have this severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 4:15. A batch of heavy rainfall over towards Centerville and then down toward parts of Haymarket and just north of Manassas. This heavy rainfall really being shown here in this dark red and also these pink colors just north of Centerville, back up toward Brookfield and Chantilly. Then we have a second warning for another cell that got going again into Fairfax County, closer to the Beltway. This is just off of that near Vienna. It's also stretching across back toward Oakton as well, right along Route 123 is nearby here, Interstate 66 as well. So we're seeing some major roadways impacted by this torrential rain, and that's going to be one of the threats as we see these severe thunderstorms. Torrential rain, frequent lightning, and also damaging gusty winds. So folks, this is just the start. We are going to see more of this activity to the west bubble up and move slowly east as we go through the rest of this evening into the first half of the night. So we'll track all of the latest, let you know what's to come as we go through the next several hours, coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. D.C. is mourning the loss of a veteran investigator, Wayne David. The MPD officer accidentally shot himself while trying to retrieve a gun from a storm drain. D.C. News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us in studio. Daniel, Police Chief Pamela Smith remembering David for his passion for the job and the community that he served.
Well, Mark, as you'll hear from Chief Smith, condolences are pouring in from across the country for David's family and the police department he served. Fellow officers have been paying tribute all day.
Investigator Wayne David.
D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith emotional Thursday as she remembers fallen officer Wayne David. David is a 25-year veteran of the Metropolitan Police Department. He joined in 1998. In November 2007, he moved to the Gun Recovery Unit, then to the Violent Crime Suppression Division in 2021.
Today, I want everyone to know that the members of the Metropolitan Police Department and this community, we are hurting. This is hard not only for Investigator David's family, but it's also very, very hard for the members of the Metropolitan Police Department.
Chief Smith saying today that David's passion was to get guns off D.C. streets.
His smile, his passion for this job, the passion for the community.
His fellow officers who saw him on a daily basis, remembering him for the way he treated people, even those he arrested.
It was how he conducted himself in those recoveries. It was how he led the other officers that were part of his unit that I think served as a great distinction between him and some of the other folks that I'm sure in time will be able to mature into that kind of class of officer.
He was always known to be around with a smile, a cheerful attitude, no matter what the situation was, no matter how long the day was, no matter what was going on. Wayne was always a ray of sunshine and willing to help out other people and help them learn.
Now, police are still searching for this man who's accused of throwing the gun into the storm drain. Officers believe he took off on DC 295 South last night. A $50,000 reward is now being offered for his arrest. Now, David leaves behind 2 children who Chief Smith says are understandably traumatized. Smith also saying David's brother is a retired MPD officer. As for next steps, Smith says anytime there's an accidental discharge, an investigation follows. Detectives will be looking at body camera video and talking to police and other witnesses going from there. A flag is flying at half-staff outside the council building today in David's memory. In the studio, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. 2 men are dead after a Thursday morning shooting in Rockville, Maryland. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree has been in the area today, and he joins us live. And Kevon, you spoke with police who shared more details about the shooting.
Mark, the shooting happened at an industrial park here on South Lawn Lane, but police say it all happened Wednesday night in Laurel.
Montgomery County Police responded to the 14,900 block of South Lawn Lane just before 8 a.m.
They found a 60-year-old male with an apparent gunshot wound. That male was transported to an area hospital where he later died.
Police were looking for a gray Toyota Tacoma connected to the shooting. They found the truck not too far from the shooting scene.
Officers attempted to make a felony stop on that Toyota Tacoma. When they approached the vehicle, they found the subject in the vehicle with what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The 54-year-old man died. It was soon after the shooting. Montgomery County Police was contacted by Laurel Police saying they were looking for that same truck. Laurel Police say that truck was involved in Wednesday night's domestic shooting. They say a woman was shot but is in stable condition.
And police have not released the names of the shooter or the victim at this time. Reporting live in Rockville, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Kevon, thank you. The husband of a missing Manassas mother, Monte Kafle Bott, was back in court today. Naresh Bott is accused of concealing a body. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons has more from inside the courtroom.
Supporters of Mamta showed out in full force outside of the courtroom here to show support for the missing Manassas mother. Today, the judge accepted the motion from her husband, Naresh Bott, to waive his preliminary hearing and advance his court date. Now the case against Naresh Bott will go before a grand jury. Naresh entered the courtroom in an orange jumpsuit, shackled.
I sit in my seat, I have my row, I stare at the back of his head. I would gladly look him in the eyes on behalf of his wife, and there's probably a whole bunch of people behind me that would love to look at Naresh Bott straight in the eyes.
Mamta's immigration attorney confirmed with DC News Now that her family flew in from Nepal. Mamta's mother and brother are now helping to care for the couple's 1-year-old daughter. Mamta has been missing for more than a month. Naresh's defense argues without a body, there is no probable cause. Police conducted more search warrants on the couple's home, but they stayed tight-lipped about what they found. And Mamta's supporters say they and police will not stop until they find her.
I think understandable that they want to get him tried on this charge as soon as possible, and I know in my heart there's going to be more charges to come, so we can't consider this a setback. We have to consider this just a step until the more serious charges are levied.
Now, Mamta's supporters say this has been very painful for them, but they want people to remember Mamta as a loving wife, a loving mother, and a proud registered nurse who cared for the community. For now, in Manassas Park, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Liberty. D.C. Councilmember Trayon White speaking out for the very first time since he was arrested on bribery charges. White posted a video to his personal Instagram page thanking his supporters for the love that they've shown him over the past week and a half. White says that he's trying to keep himself focused and get through this tough time. White also gave a shout out to Turning Natural, a D.C.-based juice bar whose owner has fallen into legal trouble for tax fraud. Well, today in Maryland, Governor Wes Moore announced a $20 million grant for education programs. It's a partnership between the state and the philanthropic funding group Arnold Ventures. The money will be distributed over the course of 4 years to select programs such as school districts, public colleges, and universities. Well, there's new progress being made on repairs to the Key Bridge in Baltimore. The Maryland Transportation Authority is moving forward with a $73 million contract for the Keywood Infrastructure Company to completely redesign and construct the Key Bridge's replacement. Construction is set to begin in 2025, and the project should be completed by the fall of 2028. 4 title insurance companies based in the district will pay $3.3 million to the district. They're accused of illegally paying kickbacks to real estate agents in exchange for business referrals. D.C.'s Attorney General says the scheme hurt the ability for home buyers to shop for the best price when buying title insurance. And the 4 companies paying up are Allied Title and Escrow, KBS Title, Modern Settlements, and Union Settlements. All 4 companies have agreed to end the alleged practices. Well, new today, Prince George's County is launching its first residential street sweeping program. The county-wide program will use street sweepers to reduce litter and debris on roadways. Now, it will be implemented in 2 phases based on county zones and cover over 2,000 miles.
This new program helps us to make major progress on key residents and problem that residents really care about. It's litter. Our residential street sweeping program will also clean up county roads and our rivers at the same time.
Well, the first phase of the program will begin on September 3rd, and you can find your street sweeping zone at mypgc.us/sweep.